But my point was shadow work.
Shadow work.
Shadow work. It's pretty scary, isn't it? When you have to pour out the worst of yourself and look at it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
All the worst things you can think of that you know you hold in your heart deep within you is your shadow self.
Yeah.
That's it.
I kind of liken it because some people don't understand it until you kind of give them a mental picture.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like you really want to throw up, and you know you're gonna throw up something that's gonna be stinky. It's gonna look weird.
Pus.
Yeah. You're gonna throw up purple pus. Yeah.
Probably.
On a train full of people. And you know that you need to do it so you feel better.
Right.
But you're scared to do it because you're scared to be reprimanded or judged by the people in your community.
Right. Exactly.
But as you're saying, shadow work is something that someone should be doing on an almost daily basis.
I mean, this person that was in a cycle, the fact that they knew that they were in that means that they were constantly fighting with their shadow on a daily basis. Because I never. It's something that we all deal with, right? Which is, like you said, somebody says something and you could respond, but you react in some moments, right? You flipping the switch on that dynamic is shadow work.
Yeah.
Controlling that emotional trigger.
Yeah.
And giving it like a real response with thought behind it.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's shadow work. Always. We're always doing it.
Yeah.
And this person made it clear to me that it's something he has to do every day. And I just thought, is that something I use it to reflect on myself? Is that something that I have to do every day? And yeah, I guess there's certain things where you think you could act this way, but you won't. So yeah.
Yeah, very, very well said. I think if you believe in like atomic habits where you become 1% better every day, I guess doing shadow work may incorporate with that 1% better, because eventually you'll break the habit, you'll break the chains, and then you're free to do something which aligns with you more in the future. So yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe a lot of us subconsciously do daily work.
Perhaps so. But I mean, I think, like you said, if your actions don't match it, then the words don't make difference. Yeah. So with this individual, he knew about it, and he knew that he knew what to do with it. He said to me, I should give out more kindness and compassion to the world. He even went to the extent, when I explained to him about my situation with my stepfather and all that, he was like, oh, you should treat him with kindness and like compassion, even though he's giving you this energy. And so I understood that he got it. He understood how to approach this scary world, with open arms, as opposed to like a, braced tension or fists or whatever. It was to open it with arms, like hippies, like hippies, flower power. So he understood that kind of stuff, but he could not apply it. So, that was something, and many people know, but they just don't know where to start. Yeah. Where would you start?
Gosh, I'll start by.
Or where did you start?
Where did I start?
Yeah, because you're in the process of doing it. You worked. I mean, the 10 months that I've been away, you've told me some examples of you changing the script on certain things, not being a slave to your ego. Yeah. To a degree.
Yeah. The first thing is just saying that enough is enough. I wanted unwavering change to happen. Otherwise, I knew I was destined to be 50 and not fully happy with my progression. The next thing I decided to do was just to go to more places where I can observe. I people watch a lot, and you see people in relationships, you see how they react, you focus on their body languages, you see how people talk to their kids, for example. You start noticing these things, and you're saying, if I was in a similar situation, would I instinctively just go with my most dominant emotion, which might be anger? Or do I slow down and just say, okay, let me just say something generic for now, and then come back to it later and have a proper discussion with who I'm talking to? Right. And then I did that, and I reinforced it with the fact that if I did feel triggered, let's just say quote unquote, how about I try the opposite of what I would usually do in that situation if it comes to a situation where I feel like I could improve on. So if someone says to me, your hair looks disgusting, and I'll be like, nah, you shouldn't have said that. And I start showing this anger, I need to stop myself and say, you know what, let me do the opposite. He's clearly triggered me, or she's clearly triggered me. if I do the opposite,
right,
what can happen from that, and how can that help me as an individual?
Whew. Okay, so you went in this reverse psychology, the situation.
Yeah, reverse Uno the thing.
Right. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. How easy was that, or how difficult was it for you to do that?
It was difficult until I saw it as akin to playing a game. You know, like I'm playing Star Wars Knight of the Old Republic, and you could do a good decision.
Paladin, no?
Yeah, Paladin or a Renegade.
Oh,
no, wait.
No, that's Mass Effect.
That's Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Same concept.
But do they have it's like Jedi or Sith, no?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, more or less the same thing, but if you do something wrong, you're like, oh crap, you can start over the game from scratch, right? So I kind of say to myself, look, these actions have consequences, and these consequences, whether I like it or not, will change my direction, my journey in life.
Right.
So if I just choose love in this situation,
right,
then this person's going to feel more love, and then this person's going to spread more love, and then I'm going to feel more love, and then I'm going to give more love to my peers. But
right,
if I get angry, I feel like this taste in my mouth. I feel something not right in my stomach. You know, sometimes I get stomach pains. Ooh. But I feel like years of just being aware of how I'm reacting whilst I'm reacting has made my body subtly follow suit. Yeah.
That sounds like the somatic system, the psychosomatic symptoms, which is crazy.
But I love it now because I really listen to my body now. When my body doesn't feel right, I'm definitely doing something wrong, whether I believe I am or not. So I need to question what that feeling is and just retrace my steps.
I tell you, one step I had to retrace when I laughed at I took mushrooms. I took 3 or 4 grams in Thailand in a place called Canham, which is unfortunately no longer there because they closed down. I'm sorry.
Oh.
But they were great. They had like a rooftop and a terrace. They sold mushrooms in Chiang Mai. They sold weed. They sold everything. And it was you could DOS there. It was easy. Anyway, I made the mistake of getting the mushrooms, seeing how small they were, and laughing at them and likening them to certain culture's penis size. And in that moment, I was like, uh-oh, I shouldn't have done that. And I didn't say anything to my friend because he was new to the whole shroom thing, so he's not really going to get it. But I laughed it off. 2 hours later, I take the shroom and I get shocked! Like instantly, like my whole body gets shocked, and I'm just like, oh my God. And I remember saying, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. And it went away.
Wow.
Yeah. So shocked. That was crazy.
Nah, the mushrooms basically said, yeah, do you know what karma is? That's what it feels like.
Oh man.
Yeah, you got Thunderbolt.
It was tough, but I learned my lesson in that moment, and I learned a lot more from that, but that's another story. I mean, we're going to be doing these episodes for a very long time, so we are definitely going to hear the story, right? If I can remember. If I can remember. Yeah, if I can remember.